Hello guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be going over how to earn more money in generic roleplay game. This is just so that people who are struggling with money and want to earn more money in the game to become different roles can actually do that with a little bit of grinding. These are all grinding strategies. There's no exploits and there's no barbarian or bus, because both of those are a little bit more variable in their outcomes. Barbarian being how much food there is in the storage, and bus being how many players actually want to be picked up by the bus. I hope you enjoy this video, and let's get on to our first money making method. And make sure to like and subscribe. Almost forgot about that. So our first money making strategy is fishing. Now, fishing used to be the actual AFK strategy until it got changed from a fishing rod to a fishing net. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it really depends. It's kind of RNG. In one of the fishing runs, which I didn't record, I actually got a flash flood, and that kind of affected the results. It was below 100, not like 100 overall. I mean like 100 then the rest, because I did 3 tests per each. But personally, I don't believe fishing is the most effective. You can also kill the sharks, you just have to be very careful for you to not die. And also look out for the crabs when fishing. I also forgot Sickle Kart because I forgot to record it. My bad. On to the next one. Apologies on this one for talking to someone else in the game. But hammer is not really that effective because you can only really do it in a new server, because when all the houses are broken down. But if the gate's broken, you can do it to that too. But I don't think hammer is really effective unless if the server has just died. Then just get it done for that extra little buck, and then go do one of the other strategies, as many more probably outshine this, as it is pretty weak. The gate thing is still going to probably be the same outcome. I mean, you get 2 per hit, so it's not really that much. But then comparing that to Rice, yeah, you get 2 per hit. But with something like Sickle Kart, you can get 2 per hit really quickly. And it's an infinite source. Just go to the other field. Now onto the sickle. It's kind of it's basically hammer, except now you have an infinite source of it, as I said before. But sickle has actually turned out to be a little bit weaker than probably many of us thought. If you really are going to want to go and do the sickle kind of thing, go cut rice, use the sickle cart. It is so much better in many ways. As the sickle, I think it became lower than hammer, and hammer is a one-time thing. But then again, over time, sickle would still pay more. It's just that in like a short, if you did it quickly, then you would be better off using the hammer over the sickle, which is quite disappointing since many players probably go straight for the sickle and use it. But it's very ineffective only because it takes so many hits and blah blah blah. All I'm saying is don't use a sickle. Use something else that is much better than it. The axe is our second to last, and I will, after I've done all this, I'll like kind of talk about the sickle cart. But the axe, it kind of works, but then it doesn't. It really depends on how many money trees you have. Because in all the tests that I did, I at least got 1 money tree. I think in the clip that I'm showing you, I got 2. 3, I'm not really sure, don't remember. But if you get a lot of money trees, it's equal to profit. It doesn't really matter if you get attacked by bobs. It's just a load of money trees profit. It's more about how lucky you get rather than how many trees you chop down. Because if you get a load of money, it's kind of like the crabs in the fishing. Get a load of crabs and that's a lot of money. The only thing is you may have to go back to the town every now and then, because you may not get enough food trees and berry trees, and you have to go and eat some wheat. But it's kind of effective. the final one we have is council, and council is probably the easiest one to do, only because you have to just hold E for a couple of seconds to put in your vote. It's the easiest thing ever, and there's a 60-second interval between like votes. So let's say you're the leader and you vote once, and then if you're the only leader and there's like no council members, you just have to wait 60 seconds, go back up to the voting area and vote again. So it's really good because it's just easy money. I would definitely recommend it, but I wouldn't say use it as your main source of. It's like the easiest AFK-able one. I'd say like vote and then jump down into the lake below, grab some fish just so you have some food, and then vote again, and etc. etc. Just keep on the cycle. But council is alright, but it's actually not the best. There's one that is actually better. And finally, we finish off the tests with Sickle Kart. Unfortunately, as I said near the start, don't have any footage, so enjoy looking at a black screen. But Sickle Kart actually proved to be one of the better ones out of them all, only because of the fact that it was able to cut down the rice quickly, which means you were able to get a lot of money at the time. And if you just cut it right, then you would have a decent amount of money by the end of it. However, one thing, if you do cut down the entire field, then you're gonna have to find out another way to make money and wait a while for the field to regrow back, which is kind of unfortunate, showing that it's not fully infinite, but it is kind of infinite at the same time. This can be probably complemented very well with council, but then you'd have to be a council leader, so you get the idea. I apologise if it kind of looks a little bit weird, but that's because I can't get it to fit to the screen correctly. Also, if my mic sounds weirder, it's because I am not doing voiceovers, and I'm currently just speaking through Streamlabs. As we can see, this is basically like all the tests I did. So we can see, as I mentioned, Sickle being one of the weakest, with 190, 202, and 204. And then, as we can see, Axe, Sickle Kart, and Council being very high. Axe is probably only high due to the money bags. If you didn't get that many money bags, then you probably wouldn't have as much. And what it means by the red is that this is when it had a barbarian raid. And this one actually really did affect the barbarian raid a lot. I had to spend half the time jumping around because I found like 2 money bags that kind of saved it from being a really bad amount of money in 5 minutes. This is our flash flood one. And of course I've put different averages in, so these two are including the events, but these two are just these two by themselves. And Sickle Kart is pretty good, but of course if you get this amount, then it is kind of just blown out the window. Council, as we can see, it's a straight 500, so it's the most, it's the easiest one to notice that you're going up, because it's going up in just hundreds every time you vote. There's also not a difference between if you're a leader and a council member if you vote. I'm not sure if it matters if you're a guard or not. Someone could put that down in the comments. But yeah, I spent a while working on this. If you could like and subscribe, that would be highly appreciated. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, like and subscribe. I clearly need many more subscribers. Good content here. Good content. And I hope this helped you. Pretty much. I just hope this helped you. I hope that you can actually get a load of money in the game now. And yeah. Anyways, have fun.